Hey guys, McJeffries here, and welcome back to the McJeffries Network on OpenTTD. And you join me here at Guardtown St. Peter, a very different looking Guardtown St. Peter, it must be said. I've done some stuff, and I'm not quite sure if I'm happy with this stuff that I've done, but I've done it anyway. I'm just going to do some tweaks whilst I'm talking here, just so that I can say I've done more stuff. So basically, I've been working on the Metro off camera. I did everything from the last episode, so we have a brand new service running from GSG, and that runs down to Tunville and also, down towards, is it Knapburg or Knapbridge? No, from Pool? God, I've forgotten what it's called. That's not very good, is it? But yeah, we've got that anyway. I've also done some little mini tweaks with the actual scheduling and the number of trains, just to try and increase capacity on the line, basically, so we can have lots of different trains running to lots of different destinations. Because I had an idea off camera whilst I was looking at the map, which I don't actually have on my screen at the moment, but I'll get it up later on if necessary. But I was reading about Crossrail the other day on Wikipedia. Not the best place to go for research, granted, but I was just on there anyway, so I thought I'd have a look and see if there was anything new on there that was interesting. And I did find something interesting, and it suddenly made me think, why haven't I done that with this system? Basically, Crossrail runs from 2 main stations in the west of London to 2 main stations in the east of London. So it runs from Reading and Heathrow Airport to Shenfield and Abbey Wood, with possible extensions in the future. But these are the absolute guaranteed 100% routes as they are at the moment. But not every single train on the line will run to those stations. So for example, 24 trains per hour will run through central London. So they'll run through stations like Tottenham Court Road, Liverpool Street, Paddington, Whitechapel springs to mind, although I could be wrong. And there's a fifth, Farringdon, of course. I think there's a couple more that I've forgotten, but it's not important. The point is, 24 trains per hour run in through those tunnels in both directions. So it's combined 48 trains per hour at any one time, but we'll stick to the 24. Only 12 of them actually go to Shenfield. The other 12 go to Abbey Wood in the east. To the west, it's a little more complicated. I think it's 2 trains per hour go to Reading, 2 trains per hour to go to Maidenhead. I think it's 6 trains per hour go to Heathrow, and then there's other little ones here, there and everywhere. And I suddenly realised that that's actually what we're missing from this network, is every single train that leaves from Guardtown St George of this style goes as far as Chutburg. Every single train of the yellow style, of which there are none here at the moment, there's one, they go to it is Frompool, isn't it? I need to memorise the names of my stations. Franpool. I was close. Franpool, Victoria. There's a lot of people waiting, actually. I should probably look at that. But yeah, you get the idea. So, what I wanted to try and do, and this is something you can't actually do on OpenTTD with the current timetabling setup, which is a little bit disappointing, but I would like it to be that you set a specific train. So let's say this one. It's the Stadler Kiss. Let's say that we chose Stadler Kisses to run from Guardtown St George, and then there'd be a box that says how many trains do you want to run to this station, for example Franpool, Victoria, and we'd say there's 30 in the overall scheduling. We'll say we want 10 to go to Franpool, Victoria, 10 to go to DC, and again I've forgotten the name of that town, and then the other 10 we only want to go as far as Tunville. And then it will automatically assign trains. I mean, I chose a bad example there. Let's say we did 15, 10 and 5. So they automatically assign trains to go to those destinations, depending on, the frequency that they actually arrive at GSG. I believe that's something available in other games, but I haven't seen anyone employ that system here. So we'll have to kind of fake it as we go along. But it's not something I'm extremely worried about right now. What I am worried about right now is the Metro, as I said at the start of the episode. we have this new metro train here. I've also done some work on GSP. You might notice it looks a little bit different to the end of last episode, or at least the last episode where it was in view. And this is actually something that I want to do with most of the main stations around here. So GSJ, I want to do the same thing with the tram. Basically, I did it like this so I could put extra signals on this tunnel section, because we're going to have quite a few metro trains running through here now, and I'll show you why in a second. But I also quite like the idea of this little... If I do this a little bit better, actually. Paths, that's what I wanted. So let's say we did 1 and 1, and we did something like that. You can see now there's an actual style to it, and then we can put trees along the sides. So let's say we did 2 of them, and I don't know, like that. Then we could do something similar over here, although for now I think I'd leave that like it is. But you can see now there's an actual walkway that goes between the station and the trams, because not every single tram station is built right outside the station door. Sometimes there's a little walk involved. And that's kind of what I've replicated here. And I think it looks quite nice, actually. I think it works quite nicely as well. It looks the part, definitely. In fact, if I do that, it looks the part even more. But yes, I've done some fiddling with the metro. So now we have twice as many trains originating from GSJ. I don't think we'll have many more coming from here, although having said that, I haven't confirmed that yet. But these new ones, which can carry a lot of people, by the way. This one, for example, it carries 980 passengers, so I'll be using this one a lot more on this network. But it runs from GSJ, it runs through here as normal, goes via GSP, except it then comes down this way. And this is new, this little section. And it actually joins up with the existing diesel line. Are these trains running late, or did I not schedule them properly? I think they're just running late, because the way I set them up. But this little section here is new, and then this is the existing diesel line. All of the diesel lines that used to come out of GSG have now been electrified with third rail. They are all going to be integrated into the new metro network that I'm building, which is good. You know, I like that idea a lot. I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking here as well. I'm just going to be doing tweaking on camera as I'm talking, so you can sort of see how I'm doing this. It means there's this, I mean, it's not tutorially. I'm not going to sit here and explain in absolute detail how every single little bit is made. But, you know, at the same time, I want to make these changes because I want to, whoops, wrong one. I want to run different types of vehicle on these routes now. And the only way that's going to work is if I get the local authority to like me, first of all. So let's try and grease them up. But yeah, I just want to experiment with new different ideas. You know, I've been doing the same thing over and over and over. And if anyone has ever read the definition of insanity, it is basically doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. Well, I don't want different results by doing the same thing over and over, because I know that's not how life works. So I'm trying new things. I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to be spontaneous and exciting. But Guardtown Local Authority is being very preventative in that sense. Okie dokie, that's that bit done. And then I'm going to sever that little connection there, and that little connection there, and this little connection here. So we've got this new one. Basically, I'm doubling up these stations, and this is something I didn't even know you could do, but apparently you can. Whoops, let me just put that back a second. If you double up these stations, the tram actually goes to the far end still. It doesn't stop at the beginning like you would expect. I think that's pretty cool. As I say, I expected it to be, you know, it stops at the beginning and then you can't have 2 trams stop at once, but that's actually what it's for, so you can have 2 trams stop at once in the same station. In fact, in this case we can currently have 4 stopping in the same section, which I think is pretty cool. But I'm doing a lot of rebuilding work here just to make it look nicer, really. Try and decorate it, snazz it up. I'll be doing the same thing down here in future episodes, but I'm not going to worry about it right now because I want to focus on the metro still. And this is something that I didn't focus on in the last episode, and I found myself sort of saying afterwards, why didn't I look at that? Because it's actually a crucial part of the network. So this line, for example, the trains we've got running, they actually link GSJ to GSG via GSP. And we used to have the link that went round this way, but I've completely obliterated that. We've also got another couple of new things, and I always forget where it is. Where is it? I think it's down... Oh, it must be down here. Yeah, there it is. Kintbury Heliport. That's something we'll be expanding on now. Because I'm going to leave the line here to Planwell International T3. However, I think only 2 lines are going to terminate here. And you can see I've altered this junction already. All of this is electrified. All of this bit down here is electrified, is it? Oh no, I didn't do this bit yet. But it will be. It will be electrified. And I'll remove this junction here as well, actually, because we don't need it. But yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting to actually turn this into a metro network. It's going to be not based on London Underground, I would say, because there isn't really a part of... I suppose the Overground network does a little bit of this. The idea I had was something like in New York, perhaps. We've got lots of different lines that separate and rejoin. Never been to New York, personally, so I don't 100% know that that's exactly how it works. But, yeah, it's just something different, you know. The existing Thameslink reconstruction, which I still need a name for, that's all working fine. So I should stop wasting time now and actually start work on this. There's a bit of a build-up of trains here. You might have seen me checking these in the past, because they all got stuck, and I had to free them one by one. So now it's a little bit of a struggle to get them all back, but they should sort themselves out. There's only going to be 2 lines, I think, that will terminate at GSJ, and we've got them both. Maybe a third one if we're very, very careful. But I think this is probably the right amount. So we'll leave that for now. But we'll definitely start working... Actually, no, I do want a third one. Thinking about it, I do want a third one. Because, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? And I did this before, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to send all of these guys to their depot. Which one's Sunningpool? It's nowhere near where I want it to be. I might just redo that entire bit. It's not exactly working very well. Anyway, I keep distracting myself. I need to start actually working on this proper. I want to build a depot somewhere out of town to work on more trains. I mean, I've got this one here, but this works on GSG only. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of this. So I don't think we really need it anymore. All it's really doing is stopping the town from growing out in this direction. So I'm just going to get rid of all that. It means I can... In fact, no, I won't put signals back. I'll leave that as is. Oh, hang on. I will get rid of that one, though. And that one. It's a stupid place for a signal. There we go. Okay. So I think I actually want the depot somewhere down here. Maybe even by the airport. Tunford, would that be a good place for it? I don't really know what Tunford station here is for now, to be perfectly honest. It's not really used. Unless, again, I suppose what I could do is electrify this section as well. Across here. And then I'll build maybe a station here at T2. Actually, whilst I'm fiddling around with Metro, I do want to stick one of these back in. Blue? Yeah, blue will do. So you're going to go there, there, and there, and then you're going to go there, and there, to there, and to there. That's going to be service, that's going to be no loading. This is going to be no loading or no unloading. And this one's going to be far end. So we'll start that off. And then we'll do autofill. This is another trick I picked up actually from Zest Husky. Is once the train reaches the first stop, like so, and leaves the first stop, any second now. just going to stick that there for a second and stick that there. Right, now you do autofill. So it actually autofills on the second journey. This really, it works better when there's no passengers waiting at the stations, because what it does is the first time it stops, it activates passengers beginning to start waiting, but it doesn't actually pick up how long it would take to load and unload. The second time it arrives, it will actually be picking up passengers. And that's the one you want to be looking out for. Right, I'm actually going to remove a bunch of signals from this line, because we don't need them. I'm only going to have 2 trains running on this track now, so I don't need a bunch of signals at all. I basically just need that. I might actually, thinking about it, I might move this one to this end. But once they're on their separate tracks, they'll pass each other no problem. So the idea is they meet in the middle here. They'll cross at Planwell T2. Although I don't think that's going to fully work, given the fact that there's the depot involved as well. But it's a very good basis for what I want this to end up being. I could fit another depot in here maybe for this little area. Something like that. I'm just trying to see where I could put it where it won't interfere with any of the stations. I also want to completely redo the tram, which is why I've been rebuilding the terminals, because this is ridiculous. Look at this. It's appalling. So all the buses and all the trams are going to be redone, so that they actually work nicer. I think the problem I had was I threw loads of vehicles at the problem, thinking if I couldn't go for the high capacity vehicles, I'd just go for the high density vehicles, and it really doesn't work that way. It's a really bad way of thinking about it. What I should have done was, as I now know, build double length stations, and then, you know, the vehicle stops where it's supposed to. And then you can have the high capacity and the low volume, because when you have low volume, when you have high volume of vehicles on a line, they do clog up, which is exactly what I've changed with the central main line now, to try and stop that from happening. Right, let's spin you around. Whoops. Spin you around, send you back to depot. Like so. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry. I jumped the gun. We'll try that again, shall we? This is a habit I'm going to have to break out of now, is when I keep doing it on its first run. Right, Metro. Your PIT3 to PIT1. And your 3 cars long. So yeah, I've gone for high capacity trains with a low volume of them on the track. And it clears capacity for freight trains, extra passenger trains, whatever it is I might want. And if you actually look at places like Planwell International here now, T1, the frequency of trains is a lot fewer than it was before. And that's perfect. The express trains, I have 4 super express trains running between Guardtown and Framport. There'll be another 4 running between Guardtown and DC. Again, I can't remember the name. Let me just check that quickly. I should write these down. Denfingfield, that's the one. Hello, Denfingfield. Sorry, I keep forgetting your name. And, you know, the Super Express will have to run this way because it's the electrified way. But I've got 4 categories, as you saw from the last episode. I've got stopping, or local, however you want to put it, semi-fast, express, and super express. And someone told me to use those names, or someone said that that's what they use, and I decided that that's what I was going to use as well. And again, I'm sorry, I haven't got the comments open in front of me right now, but you know who you are. Feel free to remind me, and thank you for the suggestion, because I'm going to be using it as well, because I think it's a great idea. Right, this is nearly done. This is nearly done, which is good, because then I can actually double it up and start looking at some of the others. As I said, I want to build a new depot, and I'm really struggling. This depot here is gone as well, by the way, although I am tempted to rebuild it in a smaller scale, or build something here that I could use. Because we've got the avoiding line here, because I'm going to have express metro trains as well, which I think is a pretty cool idea. Sorry, I don't want to go too far away from here right now while this is on its test run, because I want to make sure that I catch it at the right moment. So we're nearly back anyway, so it's not a problem. And you can see the timetable is actually filling itself out almost exactly how I'd want it to. This one I'm going to change to 8 as well, just so it's the same as all the others. There you go. It's then going to run into the depot. For some reason it doesn't want to go for a service. It never seems to want to go for a service. But now it's done, and we'll send this to there. Right, so it takes 1 day to go from Planwell. Yeah, that's not right. This takes 3 days, let's say. This takes 1 day. I'll change it to 2 just to be sure, and this one will take 2 as well. So that's all timetabled. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to change this to 10. That should be okay. I will clone this train, like so. I'll set the start date, like so. And then I will start this one first, and then this one second. And I'm going to close all these. Perfect. That's now running pretty much exactly how I want it to. And as I say, they should meet. They'll probably meet about here, thinking about it. But 2 on the line is perfect. If I want to add a 3rd one in future, I might do. But right now, I'm not fussed. I want to build this depot. I really want to build this depot. Because I want to use PIT3 as the starting point for 2 lines. So what I really want to do is build... Actually, I could build it on this side. If I move this bridge... Let's just... There we go. Put this a tile longer, like that. Build... Get rid of this. Oh, train's in the way. Did I not delete the old trains? Oh. Where did you 2 spring from? Oh, I sent you all to depot, didn't I? It's alright, I'm losing my marbles. I'm going to have to delete both of these then. That's fine. I wanted to do that anyway. I'm remembering now what I was trying to do. A little bit too late, admittedly, but I'm remembering. Right, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to put a new crossover like this. Again, I'm being a bit messy with my junctions, but I'm also not caring too much about that, because it's not important in comparison to what I actually want to do. Right, so that's going to be like this, and then we're going to build a new... Just make sure no new buildings spring up. This will do. 1 and 3. Build a separate station, and we'll just plonk that on the end there. Oh, it's actually called itself what I wanted it to be called. Prupberg Sidings. Fantastic. So, we're going to go here. We're going to select a train. We're going to select this top one, because it's the one I've been using for the metros. We are going to pin these so we don't lose them. And then we're going to go Planwell International, Prupberg South, and then this one is going to come up through town here. So it's going to go Corston Transfer, Kintborough Heliport, which will be populated in the future, Guardtown St George, and then it's going to run through here. Again, I might build a hole in the middle here, just to put some more signals, and then have the track go around it. That might be possible. I'll experiment off camera, just in case it doesn't work. For now, though, I want to focus on this. So, we're now going to go into the old line. I also got rid of the connection here. You remember there used to be a line that came through here and then joined up with the main line here? Got rid of it. We don't need it. Not now. Might have needed it in the past, but not now. And then this is going to carry on down this way to its new terminus over here at Great Mendingworth Falls. And then it's going to head back. Chondington, Darninghead Woods, Darninghead North. I might get rid of this little spur of the junction as well, unless I want to build a new loop, which I might do. I might want to build a circle line. I haven't decided yet. Yep, Prynhill City, good. Sunningville, Bartburg, and then back up this way. Back through the centre of Guardtown / Lunwood. Good, good. Do this way. There's going to be helicopter rides, probably, don't know, maybe this way. And also to Planwell International as well. I thought that'd be something a little cool, something a little different. Right, and then to depot, and then to there. So you are no loading, no unloading. You are service, you are far end, no loading. And then you are also far end, and you are far end. We'll snap the timetable up in the corner here. We'll do that. And then we'll do the same thing again. Except I'm going to follow this one off camera, guys. And set up the rest of the timetable, because we're 25 minutes gone, so it's probably time to end the episode. When we come back next time, I won't have finished all the metros. I don't want to do them all off camera, because I want you guys to see what it is I'm actually doing. Because I'm not just going to be doing simple lines anymore. It's going to be a little bit more complicated. So the circle line one, for example, that will start at GSG, and then it'll go all the way around, back to GSG, and then back around again, back to GSG. Bit like the actual circle line. You'll know that it used to be a circle line, one in London, but now it goes to Hammersmith. So it goes Hammersmith to Edgware Road via Edgware Road and, you know, place like King's Cross, Victoria, such and such, and then it goes back the other way. So it's kind of like it's like a spiral now more than a circle. They should rename it the spiral line, but there you go. They're not going to do that, I don't imagine, so there's no point in wishing for it. But anyway, yes, I'm going to finish off this line, and then we'll come back next time and we'll finish off the other lines. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. And until next time, I will see you soon.